everybody, Daver here, and welcome to Grapple-Sauce! Wah, 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 wah. Welcome to the show. We're going to be reviewing Dynamite. Pretty crazy fun Dynamite from Omaha, Nebraska, in the middle of a blizzard. It was snowing. It was crazy. It was violent. A lot of fun to be had. But before we get too far into that, don't you forget to elbow drop that like button. Get vertically suplexed onto a spiked 2x4 on that subscribe button. And leave a damn comment. Let us know what you think about Jonathan Moxley and Adam Copeland and their
Who's
street
that?
fight.
Who's Adam Copeland?
I think he performs by the stage named Edge. I mean, Cope.
I was gonna say Edge retired in 2022. He's done with wrestling, but I know Cope, my favorite wrestler of all time.
You think you know him?
Who cares about old men injuring themselves and doing potentially life-ending injuries? Let's talk about old men potentially injuring themselves 20 years ago. It's Dyna Nitro, baby. Bam, 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 bam. Now, if you're
Dyna Nitro.
Whoa, yeah, let's get into it. If you're a loyal Grapple-Saucian, you might be a little confused. You're like, whoa, hey, I thought this was at the end of the show. Well, we're switching it up just for trying it out, baby. This is where we review the corresponding episode of Nitro that links up with this episode of the Dynamite. We've been doing it since episode 250, so we got a little late, but we've been tracking it. And the main reason we want to do it at the beginning this time is we're on the last two episodes of Nitro. And so that's actually pretty crazy. So we'll be able to go through those two. And also just remember, no matter how bad the episode of Dynamite might have been, it was better than this, baby. All right. So we're going to start out singles match. This is a big time, like two of the biggest stars that WCW could have pulled to get into this match. So I'm kind of surprised. Before that, this took place March 19th, 2001. So we are actually linked up with the last, March 19th was the Dynamite. March 19th was the Nitro. It was in Gainesville, Florida at the O'Connell Center. And it had about 4,000 people there. And of course, Tony Schiavone, apparently on these JFK files, and Scott Hudson were commentating. But of course, the big opener for the second to last Nitro was Jason Jett defeating Disco with a Q, not a C. How long did this one go, guys?
1 minute, 9 seconds.
2:49.
4:58, baby. The whole point, if you're a little confused at that, Nitro matches when we first started this were going like sub a minute. Like all of them would be sub a minute. So now we're doing it, and at the end they're like, "Oh, we'll all go 5 minutes." You know, we'll try to have some longer matches. But next up, the WCW World Cruiserweight Title match. Shane Helms, the champion, defeats Billy Kidman. How long did this one go?
We go with
5 minutes, 4 seconds.
Oh, you son of a gun. 4 minutes, 5 seconds.
Oh, 3:41. 3:41. This is a name we've probably seen. I don't think I've seen yet, but Bam Bam Bigelow, obviously we've seen him, defeats Shawn Stasiak. Has that name come up before? He's got it twice.
Yeah, he's one of the Natural Born Thrillers, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he's with Shane Helms, isn't he typically? Like, is he in that crowd?
Chuck Palumbo?
Oh, okay. Not to be rude, this is just kind of that like group of WCW mid-carders that like they're all just kind of the same to me. But how long did this one go? How long did it take Bam Bam Bigelow to defeat the great Shawn Stasiak?
1 minute 9 seconds.
Ooh. Wait, 1 minute 9 seconds from Chad. What did you say, Dave?
1:43.
1:44. 1 second off. 1 second. You knew. You're like, Sean Stasiak. He's not that good. Next up, another singles match. Canyon, I hear he's kind of positive, defeats M.I. Smooth. How long did that one go?
2:13.
3:12.
5:08.
What?
Bit of an Iron Man, that one. Next up, another singles
what I
match.
Get for abandoning 5:04.
Yeah. Keep up that mindset, Chad. I'm 5:04. 5:04. Singles match. Rick Steiner defeats Conan by DQ. How long did this one go?
5:02.
5:23.
5:06.
Oh,
very close. Very close.
Was Rick Steiner still the U.S. champion? No.
Didn't. So the only reason I'm saying this is because the next match specifically says non-title match. So I don't think he was, because it would have said non-titles match. It just says singles match. So
yeah,
there might have been a pay-per-view or something, or like a Thunder. Was Thunder still a thing? Mm-hmm. So yeah, he probably lost it on a Thunder or something. Anyways, the main event, non-title tag team match. Team Canada of Lance Storm and Mike Awesome defeat the Natural Born Thrillers of Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare. How long did this one go?
6:03.
6:41.
7:54. Went crazy with that one.
Man, did they get paid overtime for that one?
They should have. They really needed it. But yeah, so that was the second to last Nitro ever.
Man, can you believe Dynamite is gonna leapfrog Nitro?
I mean, they have it like they have the destination picked. So unless like TBS and Warner just gets like destroyed and everything that like they're associated with is just destroyed with it, then it's gonna pass Nitro. So
wow. Yeah, the good old days. That's when Nitro really, really sucked. But they pulled out all the stops for the last one. I'm kind of excited for next week when we do it. Like, I actually have watched that episode quite a few times on Peacock. Mm-hmm. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, it was a sad moment. Like, there's documentaries about it and people backstage just like, what are we gonna do? Like, what's happening? Like, they didn't even like know it, right off the bat. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Shane McMahon just shows up.
That must have been so weird. Like, Shane? Maybe that's why, like, when he comes up in AEW, he's like, the contract does say Khan, but it's not Tony. Ooh. I know I spoiled myself a little bit and read the last Nitro like a month or so ago. So I remember at least the last match, but I've always I know WWE has said what the last match is. It's I don't want to spoil it for Chad, but it's two AEW guys.
Ooh.
Wow. Whoa. But anyway, yeah, fun. And when we're done with Nitro, what are we doing, Chandler?
We're gonna go to Monday Night Raw, Dynamite, baby. Which is funny because we're on like 2001. But when we go to Raw, I think we're gonna be in like 1998, 1999. So we're gonna go way back to like pre-Nitro.
Ooh.
Yep, Monday Night War territory. Well, at that point, I mean, WWF was pretty much winning in the ratings again.
Yeah,
most of the time.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah, fun. I'm really kind of interested in that and looking forward to it because I don't know very much about what they were doing. I never watched it. This is like NWO Wolfpack era. The Warrior showing up in WCW.
That
98.
great time.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be fun. But enough of all that old stuff, old guy stuff. Let's talk about Dynamite from
less old guys.
yeah, a couple less. Yeah, they were in Omaha, Nebraska. Freaking blizzard going on. There was some worry about travel issues, people not making it, but Tony Khan from Jacksonville sent out a tweet saying everyone who was advertised will be there. So that ended up working out pretty good. Yeah,
I think
fun
there's one
episode.
that wasn't, and I could be wrong. Didn't Jay White say last week he would be there to help Cope for the title match?
Maybe, yeah.
So he wasn't like on an AEW billboard or something, I don't think, but he did say he'd be there. Because I was kind of like, I'm sure, I don't know if I said it last week, but I was like, this is how Cope loses as Jay White turns. But like, Jay White just wasn't there. So I kind of assumed it was just odd travel delays, but I don't know.
Did we need him?
I think if it was just Jay White and like Yuta, I think it would have been better. Like Yuta goes out there and pulls the spike out of him because he kind of needed to be out there, and then Cope spears him, and then Jay White comes out, and they're like, oh, he's gonna even the odds, and then he hits him with the Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but did anybody else find it disturbing that like Yuta's just like, because the ref at least has gloves on, but he's just putting his hands on there trying to and he was barehanded, like fucking gross, dude.
That's why it took him so long. He's like, I gotta wash my hands because I'm gonna go help him.
Yeah. So we're talking about Jon Moxley getting a spiked 2x4 stuck in his back. Probably the grossest wrestling moment on television that there's ever been.
Yeah, I think the only other thing that I can think of right now, and it literally just came to me, it's not the same like body stuff, but it's kind of more moral. You could say when Bubba Ray Dudley powerbombed Mae Young off the stage into a table. I think I don't know, that's kind of funny, but like I remember WWE being like people were like really pissed about that. Like for obvious reasons, because I think she was like 80 at the time. So yeah, but
Yeah.
I would put the spike over that, because I wouldn't say anything hyperbolic like, oh, this is not a major indictment on like Cope or Moxley or AEW. Like you shouldn't look at this one spot and like, oh, it's all bad, but like it is a bad spot. It could have gone really bad, and I think especially because it did get stuck in him, it wasn't coming out. Like, oh, you don't fake that, man. So I would just say you messed up, you made a mistake, you thought of a cool spot in your head, and turns out it didn't go out well. Just move on.
At least he's not paralyzed.
Yes, at least Moxley is okay. It's like
a lot worse.
Yeah.
Although, so I was texting Chandler earlier in the day, and it was like, was this Dave's the sicko of the group? What was his thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I popped hard when Copeland hit him in the gut with Spike and then hit him
That
on
was
the back
intense. Yeah.
with Spike. I'm like, oh wow. Like from what I understand, like he had that thing in WWE, right?
I
No?
don't think so. I think so. He brought it out for No, he brought it out for Christian. That's right. I think he was saying in the promos leading up to that, I had some inspiration. I called an old friend. He was talking about like Mick Foley. I think he was like, I made this. Like, I made this for this match.
Okay. But I mean, he's had it for a while and never actually hit anyone with it. So I was like,
in the Christian Cage I Quit match, I think he was gonna hit him, and he like jabbed it into his midsection, like not like Moxley. Like I think he hurt Moxley way more because he like slammed him with it and then like hit him on the back even before the spot. So even then, Moxley took it more because he did it no shirt and Christian has his turtleneck on. So I think he hit him in the mid, and then he hit him like in the balls. But I also think most of it hit the like either Christian's ass or the little like ring, you know, what do you call it? The little ring pad.
Yeah.
I think Cope did it pretty well and hit like underneath Christian. Didn't like hit. I don't think he actually hit Christian's balls.
Good.
So yeah, not to like actually, but like he did hit Christian, but like pretty safely, as safe as you could. Moxley just fuck him.
Yeah. From what I heard, Moxley drove 10 hours to get there just to get a spiked 2x4 stuck in his back.
Man.
Oh man. Oh
It's
man.
been an
So like,
uncomfortable drive back.
yeah,
Can't lean
absolutely.
back. Can't lean back.
No, that's Yuta. You're driving. I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get into that match here in a little bit. I really enjoyed the four-way Dynasty International Title Eliminator Tournament four-way.
It was a good
uh,
match.
and a lot of people are griping about the outcome. I thought it was freaking brilliant.
I'm split on it. Half of me is like it's a really good finish, but the other half is like kind of like how did the referee see that Ricochet was making a pin but didn't see his feet?
Yeah, I liked the idea. The execution didn't quite get it.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is like, okay, so like let's say the referee only caught Bailey but missed Ricochet somehow, right? So we'll go with that. Well, then Tony Khan saw it and he's the one who made the match official. But there's no way Tony Khan didn't see the feet. So does that mean you can just cheat? And as long as the ref doesn't see it, but Tony Khan does, it's okay? So is Tony Khan a heel now, brother? Or is it like the Young Bucks? Are they coming back, baby? this. They're like, oh, we don't want Kenny to hold the belt. That would be really funny if like they look and they're like, Tony Khan, why would you make this decision? And it's the Young Bucks instead.
Do we just not know that AEW four ways don't have rope breaks? There are already no DQ.
You know what? I didn't think about that. So there are no rope breaks. So yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it would have been fine. Yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Did it.
Again, it is a good finish. It was just kind of like, how did the referee not see it? But I guess, yeah, it's a four-way. It doesn't matter.
I loved it, dude. Mike, they're pushing Mike Bailey, man. That's good. Like
I think
there's
it's
no
smart.
way he's not beating Kenny, and neither is Ricochet. But
no,
it was fun. It was good.
They're getting Bailey on the pay-per-view. They're getting Ricochet on the pay-per-view, and Ricochet is probably taking the pin, but that's okay. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I would actually. What's funny is I would call this match. Gee, remember Mark Davis is good too, not just Kyle Fletcher.
Right.
Yep, absolutely, dude. He is a powerhouse, brutal, big booty dude. They kept talking about how big his butt was.
Powerful. It's a powerful ass.
Yep. Yeah, loved it. Monet, Billy Starks was absolutely incredible, dude.
I can't believe Monet would work a 2-on-1 match. That's so crazy. She's so talented, and I'm never gonna get over that really terrible Jericho joke. I think it's just because he said it on live air, and I'll never forget it.
Yep, it was bad. Real bad. But dude, this girl's 20 years old and she's been wrestling for how many years did they say? They said it like 3 times.
I can't remember. All I remember was she's had over 500 matches and she's 20. Are you kidding me? I think I've woken up 500 times.
Yeah, she's something else, man. And good for Monet, giving her a chance to shine. That freaking, it was almost like a muscle buster or a one-winged angel up on her shoulders and just boom, and like
That was cool as hell.
last minute
Mm-hmm.
fucked Monet's head underneath her and freaking dude, wow.
Man, what is Athena teaching her? Like, just paralyze her. That's how you win. Just if you make them land on their neck,
Yeah.
well, they can't really kick out. So that's what you should do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, trained her anyway. They must be awful.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Monet will easily defeat them in combat.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that. Uh let's see. Dude, AR Fox, man, he's kind of like the workhorse. He's super talented. Uh he had a good match against Swerve not that long ago, and someone else, I think, Kyle Fletcher or Takeshita or something.
Maybe Takeshita? I think
Can't
that sounds
remember.
right. Or
Can't remember.
Ricochet. Who's Ricochet?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Uh, yeah, he was really good. And this is a fun match. Great in ring. We got a really great Spanish fly, and I thought of you, Chandler, how you appreciate the smoothness of Will Ospreay's Spanish flies.
It's genuinely like I don't think anybody else does a good Spanish fly other than Osprey. Obviously they do because it's good because they don't die and they don't land on their head. But like Osprey's is like on another level. Oh wait,
Oh,
it's his thing.
He
It's
said
you
his
the
did it.
thing.
thing. He said the
You
thing.
you did it. And so we got women all over this episode of Dynamite. We get a Julia Hart, uh, Queen Aminata little video
Mhm.
package. We got Monet, Billy Starks. The main event is a women's match. Megan Bain, Statlander 2, which was
Did you write
incredible.
down her Tony's speech, by the way?
I did. I got it word for word.
Nice.
Word for word, baby. But dude, they Chad texts me, he's like, did Tony Khan figure out that Tony's the main event? Or however you worded it. Uh she's the main eventer. It's like, oh, I think he did. Yeah, I'm glad they did that instead of Cope Moxley 2 for the main event. Uh yeah, unbelievable. That chemistry between Megan Bain and Statlander is unreal. Like they're pushing Megan Bain to the moon, like 2 wins, and that was
Yeah,
a clean win over
yeah, it was a
Statlander.
hell of a match.
Pretty impressive.
Dude, I loved it when she like did the F5 to Statlander, rolls her in the ring and looks at Tony, watch this, and goes back in and does another one. Oh my god, dude. Oh, yeah, but yeah, we'll get into that. I've got the Tony Storm speech word for word. It's poetry. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this episode of Dynamite. It flew by really quick for me too. Um, yeah, I didn't pick up the phone very much. So
Mhm.
something else I heard too, Chandler. Maybe you can attest to this, but apparently during the main event, Tony Storm was going above and beyond the lewd jokes for the Triller people.
Oh yeah, she was going pretty well. I remember that's why I said, "Oh, Tony Schiavone in the JFK files." She was like, "Oh, hello, Tony Schiavone. Didn't I read your name in the JFK files or something like that?" Um, God, I can't remember what she said, but it was pretty funny. I'm sorry. But she was. I all I remember is Taz being like, "Ah, it's a good thing we're not on the air," and Ex-Cowboy's like, we are on the air. Or Tony Schiavone was said that. He's like, we are on the air to the lovely people at Max and Triller.
Eee.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, Max, I don't get to hear all the fun. There is no picture in picture because there's freaking ads, but whatever. But yeah, I heard that was a real treat for people with the AEW Plus or whatever package.
Taz was just funny. I think he did it twice where he was like, yeah, it's great that we're not on the air. We can just kind of yam about whatever. And like, Excalibur's like, we're not, we're on the air.
That's funny.
Yep, good stuff. But they opened the episode with a real fun 4-way Dynasty International Title Eliminator Tournament 4-way match. Really fun, really fun. I liked the spot where Bailey did his rapid martial arts kicks to Ricochet, and then Orange Cassidy does his like comedic like kicks to him. Like he started with the slow kicks, but just kind of like did a little hop kick thing. That was good. That was funny. Mark Davis power bombs Bailey on the corner of the apron. Ricochet takes Excalibur's headset. He's gonna let Davis do his work for him. Orange Cassidy and Mike Bailey are really fun. I'm gonna need a singles match between them at some point down the road. That's kind of one of the main things I got out of this is I want that match. Mike Bailey does a shooting star press to Orange Cassidy, covers, but Mark Davis pulls Bailey out. Ricochet looked really good in this match, man. He was fierce, opportunistic. Uh, I like how he kind of changed his style. Like he's not doing like the crazy high flyer stuff like he used to. He's yeah, I was really impressed with his in-ring for this match. Davis kicks out after an orange punch. Bailey does a backslide cover on Mark Davis, but Ricochet covers him too with his legs on the rope. The ref counts 1, 2, 3. And what do you know? We're going to get Mike Bailey and Ricochet facing Kenny Omega for the International Championship at Dynasty. Bailey was not happy about that.
Well, no. I mean, you think you win the match all by yourself, and it's like, no, you couldn't see it because of the way you were pinning him, but there was a guy riding above you that snuck in, so just turn your singles match into a triple threat. But now that we've broken it down, it is a great finish.
Yeah.
I like this because AEW doesn't do this. Like, I can't remember another time ever that I've watched where they had two people pin someone. Can you guys?
Mm-mm. In the comments, let us know if there has been, but I don't. The last time I can remember this happening, like at all in wrestling, was the build up to 39. The Gunther Drew McIntyre Sheamus match happened because Sheamus and Drew McIntyre pinned two people at the same time. So like Drew McIntyre pinned someone and Sheamus picked someone. So I got spoiled that it was going to be a triple threat just because I saw it on Twitter before I watched the match. So I was like, oh, I wonder if they just pinned someone at the same time. But I like it better that Ricochet kind of snuck onto the pin at the end. And like, it wasn't in a way that like affected Bailey, like took him off the pin. It just both did it at the same time. I thought it was a really effective finish.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And yeah, that Mark Davis guy, when he like just kind of like forced Orange Cassidy up, was like, all right, you're getting tombstoned. I thought that was a great spot in the match. It was like, I forgot. Sorry, Mark Davis, you're great.
Yeah, I liked it when Ricochet ran in and gave him that kick, and then like he just turned around, and he just pointed at Orange Cassidy, then ended up just walking on a commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Davis is really great, really fun to watch. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to get a Aussie Open reunion. He's a singles guy now. I think he would be paired good with the Butcher.
Jeez.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I think that'd be fun. I want to see more of the Butcher. I mean, he's doing a lot of Ring of Honor. There's a lot of people that we don't like. Like, what are they doing? Like, they're on Ring of Honor. We just don't know it. The
Mm,
Dark Order, Peter Avalon, Premier Athletes, all those kind of people.
Nick Camarada?
MXM.
I remember Premier
He's
Athlete.
fired.
No, released.
Released.
Future endeavored.
Yeah. But yeah, fun match. Really cool ending. I just didn't expect that at all, which is why it made it so fun for me. So
Hmm.
yeah, the Ricochet's freaking awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad he's part of it. Like that's gonna make
Yeah.
it so much more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that you didn't take the opportunity to say Omaha.
Oh my! I didn't even think about it.
Oh man, why did Ricochet not do that?
Because he doesn't want to
Cool.
get over. They would like that. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, he said us."
You're right. You're right. Uh, but after that, we got a Hurt Syndicate video package uh, showing all the carnage that they produce. Then we get our TBS title match. Mercedes Moné defending against Big Billy Starks. 20 years old, over 500 matches. I typically watch Fightful right after Dynamite now, and Sean Ross Sapp is friends with her dad, who's like a pretty famous indie wrestling photographer.
Okay.
So he texted him during the show, and he's like, "Yeah, it's way over 550 because there's a lot of like matches they don't count on Cage
Hmm.
Match."
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, quite an accomplishment. She's been wrestling for since she was 14, I believe they said. So
Wow.
6 years.
Wow.
Really, really cool. Really great.
Yeah.
Under the tutelage of Athena, who trained her. But yeah, Monet ends up beating down Starks for a while to start the match. Billy Starks topes Monet. Uh, does a senton to Monet. Monet gives Billy Starks a code breaker. Starks counters three amigos into a neck breaker on her knee. Monet kicks out after a German suplex. Uh, Billy Starks does like an Alabama slam to Monet into the corner.
Hmm.
Uh, Freaking love that. Billy Starks gives Monet a one-winged angel like move where her head just whoop tucked under at the last minute. Uh, Billy goes for the pin, but Monet barely gets her leg on the rope. Oh, that was a moment. Billy Starks misses another senton on the apron. Monet gets Starks in the statement maker, and Billy Starks taps out. Monet wins. Didn't really expect a different outcome than that. But we'll hear more about that a little bit later, won't we?
Hmm.
We get an Outrunners, Omaha Mavericks video package thing where they're psyching them up. It was on like Sports Center and ESPN. It was kind of a big deal.
I thought this was the funniest thing ever. Um, but first off, Monet Starks. I just want to say Monet is probably Monet and Gunther are tied for like the best wrestlers right now of making their opponents look great in
Yeah.
defeat. Monet is
Yeah.
undefeated, and like she has brought Statlander up to her level. She has introduced Starks on a great like stage. Like she's doing phenomenal right now. So I just wanted to point that out. It was probably my favorite match of the night was Monet Starks. I thought it was really, really entertaining. But like, could you imagine onto the Outrunners? Could you imagine like, let's just do this cheesy 80s gimmick, right? And that leads you all the way to fighting Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin for the tag titles of the pay-per-view, and then going to like a sports ball team and being like, all right, you guys are the ones going to cheer him up. Like, and they hit the son of a bitch elbow on like a trash can. Like, it was so great.
Yeah. 50% of it's mental and the other half's in your mind.
The only way to lose is to not win the game. I swear, I hope these people, I think it was the Mavericks, please win March Madness. It'll be so funny. If like they're like, the Outrunners, we did it for the Outrunners.
Yep, really good stuff. Yeah, I didn't mean to bleed into the Outrunners thing before we fully analyzed Monet, but going back to that, man, yeah, dude, the women's division is on fire in AEW.
Yeah.
Like I don't know much about what's going on in TNA with their women's division, but they've always been really, really good. I don't know what specifically was good about it, but I hear it's great. But like, I don't know how they can touch what's going on right now. Like we've got Julia Hart, Queen Amanada thing going on. They're gonna have their rubber match. We got this match. The main event was a women's match. Tony Storm is the best thing in wrestling right now. Like,
I think what'll get me, what'll fully believe, because I still don't believe that they're in it or in on it. I think what'll fully get me to shut up is if we really do get 3 women's matches on a pay-per-view. And like they're earned, right? I feel like you could have easily done Mega Bane and Chris Statlander on Revolution. I don't think it's a travesty that they didn't, but I'm just throwing that out as an example. It's like I think that would have been a good match on there. But yes, it has been doing exceptional. I think both of my favorite things on the show was Monet and Starks, and then Tony Storm's involvement with Statlander and Bane, and that was still a great match in of itself. Like, yeah, they're doing great right now.
Yeah, I hope they keep this momentum. Like, realize that, wow, this is like some of the best parts of our show, and maybe keep that up. Like multiple segments, not all clumped up together, spread through the whole show. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's working for me, sister.
Ooh, look at that.
But yeah, back to the Outrunners. They are something else, dude. Like their comedic timing and their like oblivious like jokes are just great. Like their wisdom is just like the funniest shit. Like you said, it's half mental, the other half is in your head. And the only way you don't win is if you lose. Like, oh my god, dude, like this stuff is really good. But yeah, Outrunners rule, man. I hope they don't get subjugated to Ring of Honor.
As long as they have a fun collision match or they're in like a multi-man match, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I think we're past the point of an Outrunners title run, and I'm okay with that. But I still want them around. They're a good comedy act.
Yeah, they can occupy the conglomeration sphere.
Yeah.
For like a couple weeks, did you guys catch on that they had like a woman with them for a brief moment?
Did they?
And I don't know who she was or what her deal was, but it was really weird, and then she just disappeared.
Was it Camille? Is that where she's been?
I wish.
It was Erica Lay. And it was apparently a YouTube exclusive. She accompanied the youngest men alive. She was, quote, thrusting her claws and making faces. And Daddy Magic asked, what is she? Is she a cat? Yeah, there you go. That's our
So she's not a
analysis of.
wrestler? She's a YouTuber?
No,
What?
she was. Let me see. It says she's a wrestler.
Okay.
5-year veteran who's rapidly improving.
Okay.
She's very young and very good at character work. I hope to see her pop up more frequently in the near future. Update. It's nice to see her pop up with companies like Ring of Honor. Let's hope more companies notice her. That was Aiden Archer on Cage Match, January 22nd, 2024. So there you go. That's the only thing I can find about her on Cage Match.
Yep. She just kept going like
Well,
so yeah. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for her.
yeah.
Maybe she's in the Lady Frost red velvet kind of stratosphere.
Red Velvet's a champ. Don't you besmirch her name.
She
She is
is,
a champ.
man. She is women's TV champ.
Yes.
Yeah. Ring of Honor. But anyway, we get a recap of MVP and MJF segment. Then we get an MJF promo. He's pondering who's going to be the one to win the AEW title. He brings up, uh, is it Darby? Beat him with a headlock takedown, and he's probably dead on a mountain somewhere. Ooh. Uh, Will Ospreay beat him, Swerve beating him in life. And then there's the Cowboy. He said he might need a click after all. And although the last time he had a partner, he got burned, and he will have an answer for MVP next week. There's some chatter. It's going to be Hammerstone and Holiday, who they all three of them were in some kind of MLW faction together for a long time. So I'm kind of into that. Not gonna lie. Maybe put Wardlow in it.
Isn't Hammerstone with TNA though?
I thought he was a free agent.
I mean, might have. I know. Oh God, what's his name? I'm thinking Shelton Benjamin, Alex Shelley. Is it like Alex Benjamin, the other guy from TNA who just left? Josh Alexander?
Josh
Yeah.
Alexander.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking Shelton Benjamin. Like I just saw that name. I was like, that's not Shelton Benjamin.
Oh no.
It's Josh Alexander joining MJF would be a good idea. I think he's more than just a muscle, but that would be a good way to get him on camera and associated with MJF is here's my muscle, Josh Alexander, guys. Like I think that would work. But yeah, I thought this was a fine MJF promo. I'm still enjoying what he's up to, and it was just kind of like he's not here this week, but we'll keep him on the mind of people.
Yeah.
Curious, how do you think the Hurt Syndicate stuff's going to play out? So you going to join up?
He's not the right guy for that.
I think it's critical that Lashley and Benjamin weren't there the week MVP tried to recruit him, because I think what it would be like MJF and MVP talking, and he's like, "Well, you gonna do it?" And MJF is like, and then Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin come out and they're like, "Why are you trying to recruit this guy? We don't want him. We're the muscle." So I think it'll just lead to a conflict, but I don't know. I'm sure it'll get resolved.
Yeah, he won't be in the Hurt Syndicate. But yeah, moving on. We've got Mox Cope 2 street fight for the AEW World title. This was something else, man. So Moxley's outside on his way in. They're playing his theme music. Cope attacks him. They end up fighting in an AEW truck. I like the little Easter egg. Copeland hits him with a Jeff Jarrett guitar. I like that quite a bit.
That production truck was a cool little if you pause and look, you can see a Brody Lee tribute, and you can see Ring of Honor, and you could It's kind of neat, but I'm sure that's just how the production truck is anyways, but it was cool.
Yeah. So they make it inside. They fight all the way to ringside. Uh, Cope hits Moxley with a microphone. Moxley kind of stumbles and lands on Tony Schiavone, and Schiavone's just not having it.
He's like, oh no, stop it.
You guys know about the Bobby Heenan, Brian Pillman incident?
No, what is it?
Like Bobby Heenan and WCW had like a clause where there's no physicality, and Brian Pillman was doing his like loose cannon shit, and like came up to Heenan and like live TV grabbed him by the neck, and like literally Heenan goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like on live TV.
Is this the one? I think I have heard of this. I was thinking of it at a different time. Is this the one who's like, my neck is broken, you idiot? But he's like legit. He's not in character. He's like,
Yeah.
Don't fuck with my neck.
Yeah.
Which is like valid. I mean, if he was like, yeah, I actually have neck issues, and someone was like messing with him.
Yep. Yeah. So that like really reminded me of that. Like Shivani's just like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Like so Moxley hits Copeland with a kendo stick, holds it on his throat. They brawl in the crowd. Moxley gives Copeland a paradigm shift on the announce table, the reinforced announce desk, according to uh, Excalibur. I think that's just what they say when it doesn't break.
Yeah. I mean, that's smart.
Yeah, yeah. Moxley puts Cope's head in a chair. Copeland gets out and throws the chair in Moxley's face. Cope grabs Spike, the 2x4 with many, many nails coming out of it.
See, I never understand why he pulls that thing out. It's not like he's gonna hurt anybody. Oh,
Moxley gives Cope a cutter. Moxley sets up a table in the ring. But Cope gets up and hits Mox in the gut and the back with Spike. I think this is the extent of it. Like, oh my gosh, he hit him. Like, it wasn't like dainty. Like, it was pretty crazy. But yeah, I didn't think it could get worse, but it did. Copeland vertical suplexes Mox back first into Spike, and that thing got stuck in his back, man. And I was watching Brian Alvarez and Meltzer today, and like Moxley, as soon as he realized what happened, he milked the shit out of that moment. Like he was just like, oh, like really milking it. I think that was probably the right thing to do. He realized he wasn't like seriously hurt. But dude, how crazy is it that the freaking spike like was stuck in his back, but it was like still vertical
yeah.
or horizontal, I mean, on his back. Like it just like so many nails stuck in him that it was just literally like I think that made for a greater effect. If it would have been like drooping or like you know what I mean, that
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
have looked as good, I guess. That saved it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like any of it. Not to be a prude or a party pooper. I think he did enough when he did the gut and the back shot, right? Like that was enough. Again, we were
Yeah.
talking about it earlier. That was way more effective than whatever he did to Christian.
Yeah.
I just think it was really dangerous and really reckless. And like, this is your world champion you're talking about. Moxley's a very valuable member of the AEW roster. Even if he didn't have the title, he's a valuable member to the AEW roster. We shouldn't be trying to like risk anyone. But thank goodness he's okay. And also like I've seen people who are like, this is why AEW's a indie fed garbage company. Like, that's not what I'm getting at here. This isn't like I'm not going to think about this in a week. Someone will just be like, what's the grossest thing you've ever seen on wrestling? And I'll be like, oh, it's that time that Cope's stupid club got stuck in Moxley's back. That's why the gross, like, this is the only time I'll think about it. But that being said, it's still pretty gross, and I think we should like try not to do stuff like that. But yeah, again, when they're like trying to pull it out and it won't come out, and it takes like 3 people like 40 seconds to get it out. I think that's just dangerous, guys.
They really zoomed in on that too when they were trying to get it out of him.
I don't know why. The part that bothered me the most was when Yuta got in there with his bare hands, because like at least the refs had gloves on, and it just felt more sanitary. That he's just like, nah, I got this guy. It's like, no, get your gross fucking mitts out of his gaping back wound.
You're gonna get your beard hair in there. Gotta put a net on, bro.
Yeah. I mean, for real though, man, like that could have killed Moxley or paralyzed him. Like a nail could have went into his like spinal cord, man. Like that could have really, really been bad. Like I can't believe they were willing to like do that. Like
Yeah. I think they were probably talking about the match, like, oh, that'd be such a cool spot. And then they did it. And they're like, oh, it's not coming out. So I think it was just like we didn't think this through enough, huh? But this shit happens. I mean, Jey Uso had 2 moves to hit and he botched both of them. People make mistakes. I'm willing to forgive and forget. I'm not gonna take this as like a indictment on Cope or Mox. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Mox is stupid for taking it, or Cope's too dangerous. Like, no. It was just they had a cool spot in mind, and I think it was a little more dangerous than they thought it would be, which happens.
So yeah, Yuta can't get it out. The ref finally does.
Sorry to interrupt. That's not even the end of the match. I think that's the crazy part, is like, that's not even the end of the match. Even if Mox is winning, they should have been like, okay, cut it out. This is it. But no, that's not it.
It was totally not an overbooked mess. I mean,
well, what's weird is, so according to some people, I can't remember who, but the ending of Revolution was changed very last minute, and it involved a bunch of people. So where they're just like, oh, we're just gonna do that again later. It's just so weird to think. Like, and like, they didn't include the one interesting thing that could happen is a Jay White turn. I don't know. Sorry, Dave, continue it.
Yeah, true. Side note, apparently on Collision, Moxley took out Swerve with a crowbar. Did you guys catch any of that? Or any
I
clips?
did.
Yeah, I like that they're like, things happen on Collision that affect Dynamite.
Yeah.
Like, I can't deny that.
I kind of liked, I know the Death Riders are already back, but it's not like it saved the angle, but I kind of liked the Moxley, which is Yuta. It's kind of like when Roman lost the bloodline for a little bit. Like, he still had them, but like they were just injured or whatever. It was kind of like, oh, what's Roman going to do when he's pushed up against a wall? What's Moxley going to do when he's pushing up against a wall and it's already over, which is kind of lame, but
yeah, I agree. Cope power bombs Yuta through a table on the floor. Pac and Claudio show up and attack Cope. About to give him a concerto, but FTR make the save. Cope spears Mox into the other table in the ring. Cope covers, but Marina Shafir makes the save. But then Willow Nightingale comes out and stops Marina. Kip Sabian tries to get in there, gets taken out by Cope. Nick Wayne shows up, gives Cope a Wayne's World. Mox covers Cope, but Cope kicks out at 2. Mox then puts Cope in a bulldog choke. Cope passes out. Moxley wins. And then they show Nana making a phone call. I wonder who he could be calling.
calling Tony Khan and saying that match was way too crazy. You need to tone it down. But yeah, I guess like objectively, it was better than the first one because if I think of the first one, I just feel anger, right? Because I'm like, that stupid Christian Cage cash in. But like this, I'm like, there was one really gross spot, but I'm not gonna blame anyone. It just happened, and like, I don't know. I'm kind of somewhat sort of intrigued by the patriarchy at the end, mostly because Christian wasn't there. So it's kind of like teasing, like, oh, are they acting rogue? Or is this probably just going to be Christian, like, shows up next week, like, my hit was successful against Cope, which I don't really want that. I want it to be like, oh, they're breaking apart. And then you missed out on the most important part of the entire match, Dave.
Dax won't help Cope up, pushes Cash away, and goes to the back. Did he go through the heel tunnel, Chad?
I don't recall either way. I'll be honest. I saw FTR and I probably picked up my phone.
It intrigued me. I was like, oh, maybe they can break up and Dax can get that singles career that I've always wanted to see. And I don't know. It intrigued me a little bit. But
See,
yeah, that was better than Revolution.
and I literally was like, what are we doing with this? Like, I'm not totally against an FTR heel turn, I guess. I'm just still too bored by anything that happens with FTR. So, like, I don't really care. Like, but if I were Cope, I would do everything I can to get back on Dax's graces. Because I don't know if he knows this, but Dax Harwood is the best wrestler alive.
Let's go, Dax. You're the best wrestler alive.
Alive. Let's go. You know what? Okay, so I know the spoiler for the Max Caster Open Challenge on Collision, but man, it's gotta be Dax one day, and they gotta have like a match that goes the whole Dynamite or the whole Collision, so it's 2 hours, and they're like just busting each other open the hard way, just rights and left. They're hitting like atomic pile drivers through tables. No one's kicking, like everyone's kicking out.
Even better, just 2 hours straight of chain wrestling.
Yeah. And then like they're like, what happened to all the matches we were gonna do? They're like, we're running out of time. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed 2 hours of Dax and Max.
Some are speculating that it's going to be Cope and Christian versus FTR at All In.
It's way too late for FTR to turn on Cope for me to care. Like, they had to do that before Revolution or at Revolution or after Revolution. I don't care about FTR anymore.
The kind of the theory is like Cope. He knows Christian's a piece of shit, but he's his piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like that's how they get
scumbag.
Yeah, that's how they team up again. Like he knows Christian's evil, but he's his brother.
I want to see Cope and Christian versus every other tag team other than FTR. I think I'm going to be honest. I think I'd rather see like Cope and Christian go for the Young Bucks. Cope and Christian go for the tag titles with the Hurt Syndicate. Cope and Christian Outrunners. Cope and Christian Top Flight. Like literally every other tag team in AEW I can think of. I think I'd rather see that match rather than Cope and Christian and FTR. I think I'd rather see like Cope and Christian versus like Pac and Claudio. Like every single other tag team I can think of, I'd rather see right now.
Yeah,
it's a fair take.
But you know, they're best friends and they love each other. That's gonna be the match.
I'm still not over that one fucking promo we got. That was literally just they're best friends. They're the bestest of friends. Are you expecting me to remember that now and be like, Dax, but you're the bestest of friends?
They live in the same town.
You know, when Kyle Fletcher turned on Ospreay, he dropped that man on his neck. Okay, that was pretty impactful. I know we're planting the seeds, brother, but like, you want to turn on your buddy, you gotta like kill him to make it good.
Yeah. Like I said, I listened to Fightful after Dynamite. It's usually my ritual. They they knew they said this will never happen, but how cool would it be if they get a Max Caster Open Challenge and you just hear glass break and it's stone cold?
Oh my god! Like, or
Tony
it's
Khan just pays him whatever he wants.
one match, baby, one match.
Just one stunner. That's all you need.
That would be the best moment in decades.
Yes, and that would
Let's go, Max.
Yep.
What?
No, then I'd
What?
still be like, "Let's go, Max! You're the best wrestler alive!" No, he stuns Austin and pins him. It's the first Max Caster Open Challenge he wins, and he brings out the beard. He's like, he's like going crazy with it. Oh, I'm a Max Mark.
Dude, I love what Max Caster's doing, man. It is
Mhm.
good. Uh,
I don't know.
let's
Or to
see.
bring out my fantasy booking, he throws out the open challenge, and then just R-Truth walks out, looks around like, "What? This ain't Raw," and then just turns around and leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, I want that too. Uh, there's no way it's not eventually gonna be Anthony Bowens. There's
Yeah,
no universe.
that's going to be the end of the Max Caster Open Challenge, but like, I kind of don't want that to happen. I want the Max Caster Open Challenge to keep going. It's funny. It's
Yeah.
always funny.
It's such a good bit.
Takeshita laid him out. It was so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with him too. But we've got a Bandito promo. He's got pretty good English. Uh, I liked it. He is pissed off that Jericho made his mother cry. Johnny TV walks up and challenges him for Collision, and that match will be happening apparently. Yay!
I know the spoilers, but do you think Johnny TV can win it, guys? Do you think he
Do
can beat
not.
Bandito?
I mean,
You know what?
oh, Jericho might get in there and
I think he's going to win. By he, I mean Bandito.
Oh, miracles can happen, man. It's wrestling. You never know. It could be the miracle on Collision.
But anyway, we get fun match here. Will Ospreay versus AR Fox. Becoming a big AR Fox fan. Were you watching Chandler when it was getting weird with like him and Nick Wayne and Swerve and like he was like helping Swerve like beat up Nick Wayne and then like he turned good and like remember that, Chad? It was so
Yeah.
confusing.
It's because he couldn't go to All In, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was going to be Swerve and AR Fox versus Sting and Darby, and then he couldn't
Yeah.
go, so they're like, "I will throw Christian in there."
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like right before I started watching. I think it was like 2 months.
Okay. But yeah, I'm loving AR Fox. He can hang. He's got tremendous talent. Um, I like that thing he does where he like runs up the turnbuckles and like flips. I don't think he did that on this match, but I like that he does it. I like that they shook hands before the match. Sportsmanship. Uh,
Because they're both just good guys, just good,
yeah,
wholesome boys.
yeah, bruv. I love they did a little spot where they both blocked each other's cutters and both kip up. That was nice. The fans popped hard for that. Fox kicks out after a Spanish fly. AR Fox hits Osprey with like an Arabian springboard like slam thing. I don't even know what the name of that thing was, but he just like boing and like slammed him. Covers for 2.999. Air Fox misses a 450 splash. Ospreay hits him with a hidden blade for the win. Yeah, really good stuff. Again, I'm an AR Fox fan, and I don't know, maybe they could like he'll never be a main eventer, but maybe they can get him up in that like upper mid card spot at some point.
Maybe. I mean, he's pretty talented, but I feel like he's just kind of one of the people that like gets lost in the shuffle too much because
Yeah.
he's good at the flips, but a lot of people are good at the flips in AEW. So he needs to bring something else to the table, and at least right now he just isn't. But this was a not to take away from the match. I thought this was a great match. Ospreay's obviously good. AR Fox is obviously good. Couldn't go wrong.
He
True.
needs like a gimmick or a character. Like give him the Ricochet treatment.
Yeah.
Make him interesting.
Have him join the Hurt Syndicate. I feel like there's so many people where it's like, that guy could join. I think AR Fox would be a good. They need a high flyer. That way he would actually stick out because you got like Bobby who's gonna spear you 100 times and kill you, and then AR Fox do the flippy flops.
Yep. Yeah, really fun match. Really enjoyed it, dude. I know Chandler, like you're warming up to Will Ospreay more and more as time goes on, but man, he is a big deal to me.
He's wearing
Like
me down.
he's
What's
super over
is Osprey taking Dynasty off?
so far.
Because there's like I didn't realize we're so close. There's only 2 more Dynamites until Dynasty.
You happen to have handy the confirmed Dynasty matches so far?
I do, and there's okay. So there actually is 3. They just haven't formally announced the other one, but we have Swerve and Moxley, obviously, and then Ricochet, Kenny, and Speedball, and then Bane and Storm. Right? That's basically, and then they're setting up Monet Athena. They just haven't, but I guarantee they'll do Monet Athena. And then nothing for Osprey, which if he's taking Dynasty off, I think that's okay. He's working like crazy. Are they gonna do Ops and Death Riders at Dynasty?
God, I hope.
That'd be cool.
I mean, they don't have much time to make that make sense.
I mean, I'll tell you this. So again, I'm sure we'll talk about Collision spoilers, but a member of the Ops was on Collision, and the Death Riders were on Collision. So who knows? They didn't interact. Who knows?
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get Bandito Jericho. Duh.
Yes.
God.
Main event.
You know what?
Event.
Bandito's promo was good enough to where I'm like, I want this guy to win. Mostly because just to end the Jericho stuff, but I want Bandito to win. He's a good person to beat Jericho.
Yeah, I've kind of been enjoying this version of Jericho lately too.
Yeah.
He's given up the comedy and the like goofiness a little bit. He's just like a piece of shit right now, and it's much more palatable.
Yeah.
He got rid of the hi guys.
Art's imitating life now.
Yeah. Ooh. I still don't see. Here's the thing. I still don't really want to see him wrestle though.
True.
Yeah. But moving along here, we got an Adam Page promo backstage with Renee. He reiterated that he will never let Swerve hold the AEW championship. And if nothing, he's a man of his word. So he's entering the Owen. Ooh, so we got Will Ospreay and Hangman. Chandler, you kind of did a little predicting. It's going to be Hangman and Ospreay in the finals, right?
Hangman beats him, and then that sets up Hangman Swerve 5, and then that's where Hangman finally beats Swerve clean, and he takes the title. Or they could just have Moxley win at Dynasty, and then it's Darby is the wild card. Because I did think of that.
I don't want that at all, dude.
Neither do I, but as much as I want it, I don't think Swerve is beating Moxley. I just don't think so.
I want Swerve to be like Mr. Dynasty. Like is Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want Swerve to be the equivalent of Dynasty. Mr. Dynasty. He won the championship twice. I want that. I need that story. Finish your story.
I'm fine with that. Oh my god. Wait, who said it? Didn't Cope say something about finishing his story or something like that? Or like I think someone on commentary said something like the story's over for Cope or something like that. And it's like,
that sounds familiar.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare for Cope. Oh yeah, because they were like, this might be it for Cope. This might be his last chance to go for the AEW world title. They said it really, really emotionally, like somebody died. And it's like, no, yeah, that's a good thing. We don't want Cope going for that title.
Right?
Give him the tag title, and that'll
That's
be good
too
enough.
much. He ain't dropping those, brother.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Owen. It's definitely no C2, but it's enough to hold me over
If
until
Osprey
winter.
and Hangman are in it, it's already gonna be good. So
Yeah.
I'd say put Jeff Jarrett in it again. What are there, eight
yeah,
people?
so yeah, Jeff Jarrett. Darby's gonna be in it. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna be in it, even if he doesn't win it.
I want Brody King or Buddy Matthews.
We'll just put one for the War Dogs. Probably Ricochet,
Yeah. Briscoe.
and then Yuta.
Uh,
I know, but they're gonna we're getting a Death Rider in there to win the title back, and he's gonna get out first round. It'll be like Yuta and Osprey, and Osprey's just gonna Tiger Driver him and be like, "I'm taking the seriously, bro."
I do like the stakes of the Owen. You get that title shot.
Steak.
Yeah.
And no one's said anything about the women's yet. Who's going to be in that?
Who cares about that? They're not thinking
It'll
that far down the line.
It'll probably have to be Mariah May because she won it last year.
Willow. Oh, Adam Cole will be in the Owen because he did win that one time.
No, he's about to win the TNT championship.
We're not through Dynamite yet. I'm not gonna spoil Collision yet, but we'll see about that.
Man, who would be Aminata? Maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude, Queen
Yeah.
Aminata and
I think
Julia
they're
Hart.
eating her up too. She actually had lines and stuff in that last promo.
Yeah.
Whoa,
I'm an
Queen
Aminata
Aminata she got to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Who else? Maybe Jamie Hayter can get her visa issues handled.
Should be done by then. I think she said 2 weeks ago that she'd be back in a month or so. So hopefully.
Who do we got? We got 3 people so far. Got 5 more.
Julia Hart, Queen Aminata, Willow, Mariah May,
Hayter.
Maybe get a
bring
Billy
back
Starks in there.
Ooh. Maybe bring back Britt Baker.
I was thinking Britt Baker. Why not get her in there? And I always like doing this. I'm gonna throw Monet in there for the fun of it.
Ooh, yeah. I like that too.
Monet's going for it's 6 belts. Monet will be my prediction. Is she's gonna beat Athena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fun. But yeah. Looking forward to the Owen. After that, speaking of Monet, we get a little Monet promo. She is 16-0 now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She says Billy Starks put up a fight, but who trained her? They must be awful. She can probably beat them or whatever. We get the tease of Athena, man. I'm over the moon about this. Like
Yeah.
Athena back on AEW TV. I'm also an Athena mark. Uh, seen her at Prestige twice now, and yeah, she's incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
will
think
slay, as the kids say.
it will. It will. So yeah, I think I definitely want Athena to win, but my 2 points are gonna go to Monet from I think uh man,
I don't
but
know what I'd pick.
I don't care. Whatever brings Athena back to
Right?
Dynamite and Collision. If she
Yes,
loses and it brings her back, I don't give a fuck.
it's a win-win for us. No matter what, we get Athena on AEW.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, good. I'm glad glad I can think of it like that.
Well, it
Main
could also
event.
just sorry,
Oh,
it could also just not be for Athena's title. Like we're just kind of putting it could just not, and she just loses and she just goes back to Ring of Honor. That could very likely be a scenario. I just want to put that out there. Don't get our
ugh.
expectations too high.
Um. Anyway, we got a main event here. Uh, not only two women's matches on Dynamite, but one of them the main event. Megan Bayne, Chris Statlander 2. Unbelievable match. Like the hard hitting, the power. Megan Bayne, has Statlander's number, and like there hasn't been really anyone in AEW who's been able to pull that off. So this is getting really fun, man. Like I said, hard hitting. Penelope Ford distracts Statlander on the top rope. Bane takes advantage. Uh, Bane suplexes Statlander in the ring from the apron. Just sheer power, like sheer power. It reminded me of like Brian Cage, uh, suplexing his opponent in the ring. Bane gives Statlander a big running Liger bomb. Statlander counters out of an F5 into a scissor kick. Penelope Ford ends up finally getting ejected after the ref catches her grabbing Statlander's leg. Uh, they both release German suplex each other twice, one after another, after another, after another. Megan Bayne does a tope suicida on Statlander. Like I did not expect that, dude. Unbelievable. Statlander kicks out after a Falcon Arrow. Megan Bayne throws Statlander into Tony Storm, who's on commentary, then gives Statlander an F5 on the floor. Uh, Megan Bayne throws Statlander back in the ring and yells at Tony Storm, "Watch this!" and gives Statlander an F5 in the ring for the win. Clean 1-2-3 win on Statlander. So there will be no rubber match. I mean, there might be, but it won't be a rubber match. It'll just be uh, number 3.
Well, that's when it gets
Uh,
to like best of five.
Yeah.
yeah. So Tony Storm is pissed. She's taping up her hand. She gets in the ring, and her and Bane just start brawling. Security tries to break them up. The crowd is absolutely popping like crazy. Tony Storm lariats Bane over the top rope out of the ring. She gets on the mic. All right, here we go, gentlemen. Uh, She says, "My God, you're a big bitch. I've always said the bigger they are, the harder they come." So it's about time you and I get tantric. You keep looking at my title, but you don't have much to say, which I like that point. We haven't heard a peep out of Megan Bain. So I'm going to make things very easy for you. You and I will have a date at Dynasty. I will make your thighs shake, your body quake, and I will leave with this strap on. For I am timeless, Tony Storm, and I'm going to rip your tits off. Oh my God. Mwah, masterpiece. This is the best shit in all of professional wrestling. Tell me I'm full of shit.
Hey, I've been the biggest Tony Storm supporter around since day one. I ain't gonna tell
I
you you're
know.
wrong.
Yeah.
I know you have.
The
Yeah,
same,
this was
the same week that John Cena made a kid cry, and I like this more.
Oh, that was epic though. I showed that to my family. I was like, "Look at this," and it's him being like, "This kid is a toxic paranormal like relationship or dysfunctional relationship," and it pans and he's like, like he really doesn't know what to do. It's so funny. It reminded me of the time, like this just lives in my head all the time. It's the bit where MJF was like, "We all like video games, right? Video games. And he's like, "I liked them, and then I lost my virginity." And then it puts that guy in the crowd, and he's like, like he legit made that guy mad. Anyways, back to Tony Storm. This is a very, very good main event. Obviously, Statlander and Bane, I've said before they could have a pay-per-view level match, and I would agree with that still. This is especially good for Bane because you got the win clean. And then, yeah, I mean, obviously, we got the match at Dynasty. It'll be hopefully good. I'm torn on this because part of me is like, yeah, I want to support another new women's champ, and I think Brock Lesnar her to the title isn't a bad thing. But I don't want Tony to lose so quickly. I do want to see Tony defend the title against a Willow or a Chris or something like that. But I don't know. That makes the match more interesting because I don't know who I want to win. It's Tony, but I wouldn't be against a Megan Bain win.
Yeah, no, this one could go either way. Like I said, it's her fourth pickup, so maybe a hot potato might work. But at the same time, like you said, it's also kind of weird for AEW to have somebody drop a title that quick, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm a Megan Bain fan all the way. Just like they had something like that with Camille, but they totally did the wrong thing with her. Like, again, I don't know what happened. Is it something from, behind the scenes that she said or did? I have no idea, but that just went so weird because she's the brick house. Like, she's a huge lady, like with a lot of power, but I think Megan Bain's much better. I just want to hear her on the mic.
Yeah, but again, maybe that's for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't want this to be like Lashley, where he started out in WWE and he was this really scary guy. And then they're like, okay, cut a promo, kid. And he's like, he's the most boring, blandest guy ever. And he's got like the softest voice. And it's like, I don't want any of that. Shut up, Lashley. Just kill people. So maybe I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, like maybe she just can't, so we're just gonna, that's why Penelope Ford's with her. She's her mouthpiece if she needs to.
I almost want them to be like playing that up, that she like hasn't said anything, and then she just cuts a fucking promo
that
that's
would be ideal.
insane, right?
Well, but also I would make the argument that Tony Storm is the best promo in AEW right now. WWE just has too many big people to like contend. Like, so I'll just say AEW and we'll all agree with that. And then again, maybe it's like, oh, we'll throw Megan Bain out there and she'll just lose. Like, again, what was happening with the last time Tony Storm had the belt, where like she'd be with Deeb, and Serena D would be like, "Oh, I had to come back from an awful injury." She'd be getting booed because it's like, well, yeah, of course you're getting booed. No one's gonna boo Tony Storm right now, and like Riho's getting booed. Like everybody got booed because people only wanted Tony. So like, and again, Tony's more over now than she was then. So it's smart that they're like, no, Megan Bain, she's just a heel and she's going to be silent because she can't
By the way,
compete.
can we just take a moment to appreciate that? Like, she went away and like she swerved me. I didn't see that whole like timeless thing swerve. And she took it like already a S tier thing and went, wait, whatever's above S tier. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she is literally just one of a kind right now. It is insanity.
Whenever her contract's up, Tony Khan, pay her whatever the hell she wants. Do
And then
not let
double
her
it.
leave. Yeah, and then
Ask her
double
what
it.
she wants and then double it. So you make sure she stays. Because you don't think WWE would love to have Timeless Tony show up in the Rumble and win the, like, come on, you know they'd be salivating for that. So you keep her.
Yeah, they're on quite a ex AEW talent uh collector
Mm-hmm. They got,
thing right now.
Ricky Saints, Ray Fenix is like soon. Jeff
Imminent.
Cobb is on the roster, guys. My uncle who works at WWE told me. Oh, did you
What?
not hear about that? Oh, it was, so I think Fightful reported it. So like a pretty reputable source was like, somebody's telling me Jeff Cobb is on the roster internally in WWE.
Cool.
And like people were like, huh? And I think Jeff Cobb was kind of like teasing about it for a bit. Like he's like, I've got something to announce. I'm eating a sandwich. And he's like, you've heard it, guys. The rumors are true. I like mustard, not mayo on my sandwich. So like nothing's come out, nothing's been confirmed. I think he's just talking about his New Japan dates, and like I think he's got a lot of New Japan dates. So I don't know why like he'd be on the roster and like nobody else could confirm it. So it's like a maybe, but probably not because nobody else has talked about it or brought it up. But I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I obviously would love to have him in AEW, but I wouldn't be heartbroken if he ended up in WWE. Like he's really great. He's kind of up there in age though. Like I think he's late 30s, early 40s possibly.
42 years old.
Yeah. Like he's
I
got like a
mean,
ton of time left on his career probably.
LA Knight's 42.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know, again, he's not a spring chicken, but like he's doing a lot in WWE right now, and he's maybe not a top star, but one level below the top stars. But yeah, I don't know. I think Jeff Cobb could have success, or if he stays in New Japan, I think he'll be successful.
Yeah. I'll let WWE have Jeff Cobb, but I want AEW to get Gabe Kidd and David Finley.
Well, I don't know if you saw, but Gabe Kidd said Ichiban #1 the other day, so he's never, ever, ever gonna leave New Japan. What's funny is, so I saw that on Twitter, and everyone was saying this will be really funny when he's in AEW in 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. I wanted to talk about Sting. Should AEW let him induct Lex Luger in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Stuff
think
like
that
that. Oh, sorry, you go.
AEW is kind of like lose-lose. Like if they say no, they'll look bad. And if they say yes, like they'll look like they just rolled over. Because they wouldn't let Lex Luger appear on camera or Kevin Nash at Revolution 2024
Mm-hmm.
WWE.
Well, I
So
also
that's kind of shitty.
yeah, and wasn't it They
Or
wanted to get
DDP.
they wanted to get Billy Gunn, it's funny talking about him, but they wanted to get Billy Gunn at the DX induction of the Hall of Fame, right, when DX was going in, and they said yes if you mention he's from AEW. So I actually think they're going to say no, because they're going to do the same thing like, yeah, Sting can induct Lex Luger, but you have to say he's from AEW or he was in AEW. But it's a different regime right now. They might do it, but I would lean towards no. But do you see a very, very interesting DLC member for WWE 2K25? Billy
I saw
Gunn.
his. Oh wow!
Oh, that's fun.
Billy Gunn is going to be a DLC member for WWE 2K25. Like 2K25 have said it.
Does that
Cool.
mean he's leaving AEW?
I don't know. It's odd that he hasn't been around for a while. You want to know some other funny ones? New Jack.
That's awesome. I'm buying 2K.
And so word on the street, I don't believe it, but Nick Khan himself was like, we should put New Jack in.
That's amazing.
Supposedly, he's a big New Jack fan, which is kind of the funniest thing ever, if that's true. But yeah, everything else is like kind of who you would expect. Like,
Booker T,
Julie.
one of them.
I think Booker T's probably in the main game.
Yeah.
Sucker.
I'm coming for you, sucker.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. You want to know all they have announced for Dynamite? Literally all they have announced.
What do they got?
Kenny Omega. It's just Kenny Omega will be there. That's it.
That's all you need.
Where's
it going to be?
St. Paul.
That will be the last Nitro.
Yes, this will be both on 286, which is the last Nitro, and then 287 Dynamite will move on to Raw.
And I hope they put some kind of Easter egg or subtle hint or some kind of like tribute.
I think
in some way.
Jeff Jarrett will have a promo, or like Sting will have a promo. Like, there's no way they don't.
This is when Shane McMahon comes out.
Yes, this is when Shane comes out. I still love, I don't know if it was true or not, but I love the idea of that. Shane was all about coming to AEW, but he wanted power. And Tony Khan was like, no, you're not, like, no. And like, if that's true, man, I love Tony Khan. That's such a, like, he's so smart for that. Anyways, do we want to spoil Collision?
Let's spoil the shit out of it.
All right. So Slam Dunk Saturday. Max Caster Open Challenge. Do you have any guesses? Any at all?
Yeah.
Who?
It is going to be Samoa Joe.
You're close. It's a member of the Ops.
Shibata.
Huck. I should have had Chad guess. I should have been like, okay, Chad, who is it?
Paul White.
Yeah, they had a second one. They had the TNT Championship. Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole went to a 20-minute draw. So I'm sure we're gonna get that on. Sure, we're gonna get that on Revolution. Or Dynasty.
Yeah.
Revolution.
Yeah. Wow.
Julia Hart defeated Queen Aminata. And then the Murder Machines and Takeshita defeated Powerhouse Hobbs, Mark Briscoe, and Rocky Romero. Gee, you're telling me the team with Rocky Romero lost? I'm going to have to sit down. That's
I wonder who took the pin for that.
Oh, it's Powerhouse Hobbs, probably.
Yeah.
And then Slam Dunk Sunday. Guys, again, you're going to want to sit down for this. The Death Riders beat Top Flight and AR Fox. That was for the trios titles, actually. So they've retained. Yeah. And then Leo Rush and Action Andretti attacked Top Flight after the match. Bandito defeated Johnny TV. No shock. After the match, Bandito called out Jericho and the Learning Tree. Jericho came out, cut a promo while wearing Gravity's mask. Bandito brawled and escaped with the mask. Next up, Harley Cameron defeated Amina Belmont. So glad to see the Belmont clan is still doing well. And then the main event, Los Titanes del Aire, Hologram Commander defeat Jalisco and Beast Muertos.
That match was pretty rowdy.
Well, I'd hope so. It's Jalisco and Beast Muertos.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Whenever we get them spoiled, that really makes us not need to watch them at all.
Well, we've got a good retro view coming up anyways, so.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared for this. Why did I pick that?
I don't know, but now that I know that whole shows are on the table, I got mine locked and loaded, baby. You could say it's like a Superman punch ready to come.
Although I don't think like for the review, we don't have to go like beat by beat like we do for a typical one because that'll just get long.
I think I'll make a fun game out of mine. Or not like a fun game, but I'll give us a pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, no spoilers.
Okay.
You could say it was always in our pedigree to review a match like this. I've speared the choices, and that I don't know. I'm out of puns. I think you guys should guess.
Yeah, I think I got it. Cool. All right. I think that just about does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a retro view, the entire Brody Lee tribute episode of AEW Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yep, it's gonna be rough, man. That's gonna be some. I'm happy for you, Chandler, to get to watch like that era of AEW.
Yeah. Like I said, when it happened, I was like, it's probably one of the best Dynamites I've ever seen that I'm never going to watch again. Now I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, but enough time has passed. I think I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, I still remember when we found out. Remember that? Because me and Dave were still working together, and it was like mid shift, and I just went over and showed him my phone, like, dude. It's like, no, that can't be right.
Because they said John Hubert.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, that's Brody Lee.
Well, then WWE said it too, and that's when I was like, "Oh, this is real." That's how I was with Bray Wyatt. Like, I did not believe it. Like, I was like, "Oh, someone hacked like Triple H's account." Like, and then like other news sources started repeating it. I was like, "Oh, tragic."
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did a Bray Wyatt tribute Raw.
It was a SmackDown, but yeah. It was, from what I remember, it was pretty good. They also kind of made it like kind of a Terry Funk one too, because that was right when Terry Funk passed. So just what I remember like LA Knight had a promo specifically for Bray Wyatt, and Cody had a promo more for Terry Funk, but also for Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Pretty vaguely remember Cody being in the main event of the Brody Lee tribute episode. Wasn't there like a big crazy like multi-man match, right, Chad?
Yeah.
Probably the
Can't remember.
Elite versus the Dark Order, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was like a weird mashup, like Orange Cassidy or something.
Probably.
I can't remember. It was a weird. It was all. Oh yeah, it was Preston Vance. It was all -1's favorite wrestlers. So I think it was
That's
Cody,
right.
Preston Vance, Orange Cassidy, and someone else. I can't remember. But yeah.
Oh,
Eric Redbeard? No, he had his own match.
Yeah, he was on the show. Yeah, so yeah, this is gonna be crazy, man. Like the whole tone of it was fucking pretty intense.
Yeah, it was a very intense night.
Like leaving the boots in the ring and the spotlight on them. Man, yeah, good one, Chad. Like, wow, good one. Anyway, on a happier note, we're gonna get out of here.
Thank you for watching. Comment. Make sure to horribly injure the like button and call the subscribe button a skank. Tony Storm reference. Yeah.
Yeah, and say strap on in the comments.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
Wah wah.